Right, well, welcome to my new vape channel, vape videos, whatever you want to call them. Sorry, just trying to get myself a bit more comfortable. I know I sort of promised I'd do these a wee while ago, but I've been busy. Check out my other video called Road Trip, and you'll see the type of thing I've been up having to deal with. That was actually a really fun couple of days. I was out with my brother, things like that. Sorry, just playing on the chain. Put that away, put that away. Right, now this is my first proper sort of vape review video, but I'm not going to be doing the pulse in this one. I'm just using it just now to keep these a bit more tender hooks to what I'm actually doing. That will be coming up in a review soon. It's not. It's. Well, I'm not going to say anything on it just now. But I do have something a bit different for my first video. I'm not just doing one mod. I'm not doing two, but I'm doing three. Sorry, I haven't been up four there. Four now. Three different mods, and you'll see why when I reveal them. I've got them sitting here just in front of me. A camera view for a reveal. Let's hope the reveal goes well, eh? Right then, let's change the camera angle and we'll get the reveal done. Right, so there they are, we've got them all covered up. Now, what could it be, what could it be? I'll give me a second and I will show you just now. You guys ready? Here comes the reveal. That's right, we've got three smoke mods here, and all three of them are running the same tank. Now I know what you are probably wondering is why have I got the tanks outside of the boxes? Well, if we just take this one here for argument's sake, get back where I can actually see them. You notice I've actually got the bubble glass on them all. So yeah, I've increased the capacity of the tank, or the standard tank that comes with the mods themselves. Right, let's get back to front facing view. Right, something else you might notice is I had three different boxes sitting out for the three different glasses. That's because I bought the three different bubble glasses from three different companies. I bought them all from the same shop. Yeah, I did buy them. My videos are not sponsored, they're not been sent to me. I've bought these out my own back pocket with my own money to do these reviews. Now, the reason why I went for three different ones, so I've got a cup of coffee floating about here. Now, as I said, my videos aren't sponsored at all. Now, listen, the reason why I bought three different ones, I wanted to see how three different bubble glasses came for them. Now, the first one I got, I was really quite disappointed with because it just came as the glass. Well, yeah, well, this is the standard, this is the normal glass that came on the tank. But it just came as a glass. There was no packaging, no nothing really with it. The shop I bought them from, he got them in, and it was just like a big bag of them with like just wee bits of paper stuck in them and wrapped around them. So there's no real protection there, and I'm not sure if they all made it or not. The second one I bought came in this wee cardboard box. Now you can probably hear, well, I don't know if the camera will pick up, but there's a wee bit of rattling in there because the original glass is in here as well. Once I can actually get it open again. Now this came with a bit more protection. I've actually got a coil in there. I didn't realise that. What type of coil is it? It is a M4 coil, so that's for the stick mod. But as you can see, well, hopefully the camera will put it up alright. As you can see, the glass is in there, the original one. There it is. And it came with some foam packaging in it, you know, so the glass was a bit more protected from getting knocked around, things like that. But personally, my favourite was this one, which is by Pyrex Glass Tub 2, suitable for tvf12 prints by Smock themselves. There we go, there's the label on the front. Now the reason why I like this one so well is it's quite a tough wee plastic tub. You know, it would get broken if you stood on it or something like that, but all in all in packaging, you know, it's going to take a few knocks and your glass is going to be alright. Then when you opened it, this is how the glass came. I've packed it the same way as the bubble glass came, as it's wrapped in a wee bit bubble wrap. You've actually got to sort of open up the bubble wrap ball to get bubble wrap bag to get your glass out. Which again is obviously you're getting a lot of protection for your new glass there. I've stuck the old one in, more or less keep that nice and safe. But something I did notice with this smoked one is if you look in the bottom there, you actually get spare O-rings with it as well. So again, it was really quite good. Now, you're probably wondering how much I paid for all the glasses. And if I remember correctly, they were all £4 each. So between that one, which just came as a glass, there was one of the tanks that are sitting on top of the boxes. So from the one that just came as a glass, you know, no protection at all for it, to Smoke's own one, which came with the tub, the bubble wrap and the spare O-rings, were all the same price. Now obviously I don't know how much my local vape shop spent for each one, but obviously if you, as a consumer or as a customer, I'm paying the same price for all three glasses, and to be fair, I would rather have got three of these ones from Smoke themselves for the same price as this one. But again, oh, there is a label on this one. It doesn't tell you who it is, it just tells you what's on it at the bottom. Can you come with that? I was looking to see if there was a maker's name on it. But to be fair, I would quite happily, if I'd bought all three and I got two of the Smoke ones and one of these, I would have been quite happy with that. And a hell of a lot happier over just the glass, because obviously now you've got to store that somewhere safe and out the way of where it's going to get broken. Now I'm quite lucky I've got a cabinet I keep all my vape stuff in. Well, most of it in anyway. I'm trying not to blow vape right in the camera lens to thing it. Well, again, I'm going to move the camera again and we'll get onto the unboxings. I'll tell you the price of each one, you'll see what you get in it, and then I'll put the camera back to where we are just now. Sorry, I keep sort of swinging my seat back and forth. And what we'll do from there is we'll see all three of them running, because all three tanks have got a different coil in them. I think the stick, which is the first one I'm going to do, has an M4 coil in it. The mag kit, which is actually quite a nice kit, has got a Q4 coil in it. And I can't remember what coil I've got in the x-prive kit. Give me a second, once I can see under the vape band again. And I'm going to do a wee bit of talking about all the juices I've got in it, in different ones. I've got a T10 coil in the x-prive. Sorry about that, that was a wee bit of a delay there. So quick recap, I've got the M4 in the stick kit, the Q4 I'm sure in the mag kit, and the T10 in the x-prive kit. Yeah, all three came as a kit. I'll tell you what prices I paid for them. I've left the prices on the boxes for the moment, so you'll see what prices are on it. You might have already noticed in when I revealed them the price on the mag kit, and I'll do a quick review of them. The only thing I'm sorry to sort of say is for the stick kit is, although the M4 coil's nice in it, you can get the mesh coil for it. And personally I feel the mesh coil works a lot better in it. The flavour out the mesh coil is a lot better than the M4. So if you end up getting, or you already have the stick kit, and you can, go back to your vape shop, buy a mesh coil, prime it, all the rest of it, and give it a try. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all in the outcome of that. So, right, time to do a bit of a, see what you get in the boxes. Right, so there we are. Mouthful of coffee, can't beat it. You can't really with a nice vape. Right, so there we are. As you can see, I've still got the tank to the side here. The glass was there. I stuck up there out the way because it's just the glass. You can't, doesn't come out well. I'm doing the review on top of the table because I've got a sort of wooden table effect going on underneath, and I just think the white background looks a wee bit better. So right, obviously the tank's there. We'll stick that out the way just now, and we'll get on to this. Right, obviously I've already opened these, so there you've just got the sleeve, you know, telling you what's in it, You've got the colour there, they come in multiple colours, yada yada. And there's the price of it. I paid £36 for this one, so quite a nice wee cheap one. Right, well, open, there we go. Typically, you can open it every time perfect off camera, you try and do it on camera, it decides to be a pain. So right, there we go. Obviously when you'd open it, the tank would be sitting there. So that's pretty much how it would look when it comes. You get a spare coil, you've got your battery here, you know, the stick itself. Really quite nice, USB charger on the back, LED indicator just under it. And you've got lights on the front to tell you when it's powering on, things like that. And it's just the usual, 5 clicks on. And you can see there it flashes to tell you it's on. Obviously if you try and fire it with nothing, it's going to flash you and tell you there's a problem. Same, you can see it in the back through the charging port. So put that back. Obviously you get the tank. And again, like I was saying, I'm sure it's them 4s these come with. I'm way off here. There we go. And it is indeed the M4 coil. The camera will pick that up okay. You can just about make it out. Again, these coils are meant to run between 30 and 70 watts. Recommendation best between 40 and 60. That's a new coil. Not used that yet. Personally, I don't usually use the stock coils that come with the kits or with tanks, because you usually find they're not overly good in comparison. Now, you take that out, stick that aside. We'll just stick it there because it looks pretty. It looks also pretty, also pretty. Sorry for the bad singing. Then obviously you've got your cardboard cover here, which lets you down into the rest of your gubbings, and the rest that comes in with it. Obviously you've got the Stay Fresh gel pack thing. Again, you've got a bag with your spare O-rings, things like that, you know, just in case you ever need them. Nice wee charging cable, which I was quite surprised this one came looking a wee bit more of a mess than normal. Usually they're quite nice and neat. Now, I've not actually used that, but it sort of has been knocked around or whatever, and it's a bit loose, never mind. Then you've got your verification card, things like that, quality control pass, yada yada yada. Your wee booklet on your wee user's manual, you know, it tells you all the things, tells you how to fill it up, things like that. You know, tells you there how to fill it up. And on the other side you've got the wee diagram that shows you everything, and another wee sort of Stay Fresh gel pack. Right, so that's pretty much what you get in the box for the stick print. You know, so I'll pack this away and we'll get on to the next one, which is the x-prive. Right, so here we are with the x-prive kit. Now, as I said, the stick kit cost me £36 to buy it, which is a good wee deal. So if you're on a budget, want a nice wee sub-ohm cloud mod, that's quite a nice one to get. The x-prive here, it cost me a grand total of £70. But that's not including batteries. Please remember that £70 does not include the batteries. And as I said, I have to buy these off out my own back pocket. So in total that would have cost me £90 because the 18650s for it were £10 each. And they are Samsung 18650s. So as you can see, we've got the tank here. I don't know if you'll notice, but they actually come in different colours to match the mod. Now that's quite normal, but what I find quite interesting is even the drip tips come in different colours for the top as well, depending on what mod you get. So we'll stick that back over there, just for the moment. Now, if you're wondering why I've got a Steep House band on this one, is I quite like Steep House flavours, and juices and e-liquids, things like that. I'll need to get in touch with them, and if I'm allowed, I'll put a link to their website in the description below. So if there's no link to it there, you know they've sort of said no to me, but if it is there, you know they've said yes. And take that off, that's just a sleeve, nothing of excitement in there now. As you can see, yes, I've had oily fingers. Well, I think you see, yes, you can see it on camera. I've had oily fingers whilst I've been touching this box. I apologise for the shaking of the camera there. I was having to adjust the viewfinder so I can actually see what the camera's seeing. Again, just cardboard box, wee bit foam pad in the top for a wee bit extra protection. That's what you get inside your actual box. So just adjust the camera slightly here, because we'll just zoom in a wee bit on the box. There we go, sorry about that, I'm still getting used to this new camera. So as you can see, there's your mod there. The only real downside to this one is it looks lovely, it really does, but it's an absolute fingerprint magnet. Just everywhere you get fingerprints on it, but so if you're like me, like to keep them clean, you're wiping it continuously. It's 5 clicks turn on. I've already got batteries in this one, and then you get this really nice bright screen. Obviously it's got smoke x-prive. As you can see, you've got your colours, your wattage, your ohms, how many puffs you've had, the time of your last puff on it, your voltage when you're using it. If you go 3, you get into the menu, which is your watts, normal, yada 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 yada, and you can cycle through it with the long hold and press of the button, which is the side trigger. We'll get into all that. Puff settings, clear puffs, yeah, things like that. Long hold again, and you cycle through it. And if you go through the menu properly, unlike me, screen, you can set how long it takes for the screen to die out. I've got it set 60 seconds at the moment, but then you can also change what colour your screen is. We'll go for purple this time. And there you go. As you can see, it's going from green to sort of pinkish purple. It looks blue on my viewfinder though. Right, we'll set that just aside just now, and we'll get into the box again. Maybe I shouldn't have zoomed this in quite as much. There we go. Right, then that's what you're met with after you take out the foamy bit. Let's just zoom out a wee bit for this one. Obviously you've got your warranty card, you know, quality control passed. That's always a good sign. Then you've got your warning from smoke about battery wraps, things like this, with your caution on the back. I don't know if you've ever had a battery explode, but I've seen batteries from a few things explode and they're not nice. Then you've got, again, your user's manual, replacing a coil, adjustable airflow, yada yada yada. Your button guide, how to fill it with e-liquid. I'm not going to go through it all because I've got 3 of these things to do, and I'm not going to puppy dog everyone because I'm sure a lot of people know what they're doing already. Sorry about that. I mean, this is what I was quite impressed with when I first opened this, is the charging cable you get with the x-prive is, I'm not saying it is, but it feels like it's almost wire wrapped. It feels really good quality. Yes, it does have smoke stamped on it just there, if the camera will pick up, there we go. But for a charging cable, it is really quite good. Just a wee bit here, I never use these charging cables to charge my mods unless it's one like the print stick here. You know, you have no choice but to charge it through the charging port. But on a mod like the x-prive, just because we're doing that one just now, you know what, I would never suggest charging it through this port on the front. If you are new to vaping, please spend the money and buy, sorry, that's probably been way off camera, buy an external charger for your 18650s, and please use it. Your mod will thank you, you'll thank yourself, and plus buy spare batteries and a battery case and you'll never be without your puffer. Anyway, back to what you get in the box. Then you've got, again, you've got your spare seal kit, rubbers, things like that, very nice. One of these mad wee do not eat gel capsules and a spare coil. Now just for a look, that's how that would have looked when it came sitting in there, nice, just without the rubber band. It would have sat. So pretty much you'd have opened it like that. Sorry, I had that upside down. So we'll just repack this, just give you a wee look of what it would have looked like when you first took out the insert for your mod. God, I'm doing it all back to front. Oh no! Never mind, we're fixed now. So that's roughly how it would have looked when you opened it, just with all the paperwork on top like that, something like that. It's not sitting level because I'm not forcing the tank down into the foam insert where it doesn't need to be. Right, so that's about it. We'll get on to the mag next. Right, and here we are with the mag kit this time. As you can see, again I've got the tank, so next set, it's the same as the one that came off that's for the print stick. Some side by side. The only difference being I've got a band on this one, don't have a band on that one. Normally I do have a band on that one, but in this case it's just so I can identify what tank goes with what mod as in just a quick glance. Right. So as you can see there, the mag kit cost me £60, again not including batteries. So that was £80 in total, because the 18650s are £10 each. Let's see, what do we get? We'll rotate around you, yeah. Again, you've got your colour of mod, things like that, serial number, yada yada yada. I don't know if I should be showing them on camera or not. Never mind. And you've got the back, what it includes, all the usual gump, and then a barcode reader there. Again, that's quite tight. And again, you can probably see it there. I've had oily fingers at some point when touching this. Again, just cardboard sleeve so that can get put over there. And there we go. Now, you might wonder what all this is on the screen. It's not really big scratches, it looks like. I've done a makeshift screen protector for this one. Reason why is both on the mag kit and on the x-prive, I've found they've got quite soft screens and really easy to scratch. So if you do get one of them, I would recommend maybe spending an extra couple of pounds, get a screen protector for them, get them put on there. And I don't know if you'll see any on this just now, but underneath there my screen does have quite a few scratches on it, but thankfully nothing too bad. And I will be getting this screen protector taken off and replaced. As you can see, the mag... Oh, great, that wasn't meant to happen. Sorry. The mag has a really quite different look to it compared to some of the other ones. You know, it's nice. I've got the left-handed one because I am left-handed. You've got a fire trigger there, up and down for watts. I'll get into that in the face review. Something a bit different with this one is that's why it's called the mag. The batteries actually do go into like a wee battery holder that you slot in the bottom like a magazine for a pistol. You know, and again it's really nice. It's quite hefty though. It is quite a heavy mod. So right, we'll stick that aside just now and get it ready for the next part of the video. And of course you've got the keep fresh gel pack. Do not eat. Then you open it. Again you've got the user's manual. Let's go into it again. Buttons, screen. Well, that's different from the other two, because the other ones was what the buttons are now. Sorry, I'm off camera again. So you've got all your buttons there. But another one, it had the filling option on this side, but it's got a bit on the screen, which tells you what it all does. And then there's your filling and changing coils. Let's to that side. Don't worry, I've not forgot to show you the screen on that one. And your quality control card, it has passed. And again, the caution about your battery wraps. And here, we've got a wee screwdriver. I forgot that was in there. Oh, well, then that can go aside. I can only but imagine that is... What the hell did they give you that for? Oh, that's quite good. It actually fits the screws that hold the mod together. Oh, quick discovery there. This is what I was saying about the x-prive, is it came with that really nice charging cable, but this one is just a bland, back to the plastic covered, USB at one end, micro USB at the other. Really bland, everyday sort of charging cable. Disappointed in that now, I hadn't thought to think before. And then of course you've got your O-rings and things like that, which originally would have been in there. Again, I'm just going to show you roughly how this would have looked when you open it up, or how it should look if you get one. So that's roughly how it should. Oh no, don't forget the wee screwdriver for tightening or loosening nuts. That's roughly how it should sort of look when you open this. And then, right, so take that away because that's going to be needed soon. We'll put all the paperwork back in. And put that back on top. And we'll put that aside. Now, I did say I hadn't forgot about the screen on this, so here we go. 5 clicks to turn it on, hopefully. And you get this mock logo, mag, your version at the bottom. Again, I've got this one set to red. You've got your ohms, your wattage setting, which I've got normal, the number of puffs, your volts that show up when you use it. I'll press 3. Again, it's just the same sort of menu. You know, your mod settings, your wattage, your preheat, quick tap, and you go through it, reset puffs. And again, you can change the colour. We'll put this one to green. And just go through that. Now you can see the screen is green. Right, so there we go. And we'll get on to the next bit. Right then, welcome back. I've had to readjust the camera because I was struggling to fit everything into the one frame here. My tripod's a bit tall for the table, even if it's set out like it is. As you can see, we've got all three mods sitting in front of me here. Just about knocked over the print stick. As I said, all three do have different coils in them, and they're all running to their, what I personally find is their best. Sorry, I was doing that. So, let's get fired in. Right, where to start, right? I think I'm going to start off with, don't get me wrong, and anything I'm going to say here, I do love all these mods. I love the liquids I've got in them, but I do have my favourites. Now, personally, I think for day-to-day use, the mag is probably the least functional because it is quite big, it is quite bulky. Although it does really fit nicely in the hand, it does make you feel like, you know, it's going to, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's probably a more hard mod, if that makes sense to you. You can have that in your pocket if you're a workie or something like that. It can take a few knocks and it's still going to work. The tank's probably going to be your weak spot, as I think it is on most tanks. You know, the glass is fragile, the drip tips can get damaged. Try to think what one it is. It could actually be this one where I've already dropped it and the drip tip has a decent wee chip out of it, but not as bad as I thought it would be. But I'm running the Q4 coil and that's at 80 watts. I'm running Prestige Strawberry Laces liquid in this, and it is lovely, I'll admit that. The flavour is perfect, I can't knock that. You can judge a vapour for yourself. I mean, it does recommend it can run between 40 and 100 watts. They recommend base flavours between 60 and 80. I do run this at 80 watts at the moment. But again, I do play around and try and see if I can get better out of it. Now again, this one cost me £60, and it is an absolute lovely mod. It was £80 once I bought the batteries, and yeah, it does have the wee unique feature of, so you can see it. There's the battery mag, and it did come with that nice wee sort of screwdriver for tightening and loosening bolts for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe they're expecting them to become loose. Maybe they think we're going to want to change something on them, so they gave us the screwdriver to open it. And you do have your sort of vents at the top and things like that for it. I'm not going to go into all that. And I took the batteries out, didn't turn it back on. Oh no, I need to wait for it to reload. Now I should say, if you're watching this and there's new versions of the hardware and these out for them when you're watching this, I'm still running these on the original hardware that comes in, programmed into them out the box. And I do feel that runs fine. Right, anyway, we'll move on to the next one now. Now this is where I end up with a bit of a problem because, as I said, I'm trying to sort of run this on what one's my favourite, what one am I going to use more, things like that. Now if I'm in the house, I always go for my x-prive for, at the moment, I've still got it sitting on purple at the moment, I don't know if you can see it. And I do run this really nice Steep House ice cream Saturday on it. Now I'm on my second bottle of the Strawberry Laces for the mag, and I'll get onto the one for the stick in a minute. But I do find, you know, this is my third bottle of this, the Steep House Ice Cream Saturday, going through the x-prive. I do find the x-prive has quite a tight, well, with the Q10, something like that, the big coil on it. I'll tell you just now when I find it again. Why could I not remember from last time? That's my wattages. The T10 coil, I do find it's got a really quite a tight air draw on it compared to like the Q4 or the M4 for the other two. Personally, the T10 or whatever it is isn't it's T10 isn't my favourite coil for this, but neither here nor there. I'm running this at 100 watts. Oh, Christ, maybe I should have had the band adjusted for doing this bit. Never mind though. What does it say? Yeah, it can run between 60 and 120 watts, base between 80 and 110. So we'll ramp up to 110, max out. God, I'll go flying past it. It's a lovely wee. Again, it gives off a massive cloud for what it is. Bear in mind it is only a sub tank. It's a lovely mod in the hand. It feels lovely. It's not too big. I mean, and that's the problem. Now I can fit my hand around that quite comfortably. Vape it, quite the thing, quite happy. Where with the mag, it's pretty much you're stuck. You get a left hand and a right hand version of this. I've got left-handed version, but it does feel like quite a big bulky mod in comparison. But again, you feel as if you, personally, I feel if I had this in the x-prive in my pocket and I was a worker of that, and it was getting knocked around all the time, it's going to get covered in scratches. It's going to lose its look. All right, not everyone's worried about that, but I'd be worried about the screening like on it. Now that said, the two of them seem to have really soft screens anyway, so I do recommend a screen protector. But just for a lovely feel, for a lovely wee mod in the hand, excuse me, with the dual 18650s, I do feel the x-prive is a wee bit nicer than the mag. But as I said, it is a fingerprint magnet. I feel as if it's going to get scraped quite badly, so I usually keep it for in the house or something similar to that, where I know it's not going to get covered in scratches too easily. As I said, the vapour cloud off it is quite big. The flavour's lovely, it really is. I like the flavour out of this. But it's not my favourite coil for these. I probably will change it out quite soon. But if you're looking for a really nice oil in it, I would recommend the Steep House Saturday Ice Cream, but the Steep House does have a really large range. And like I said, that's my third bottle of that, and only my second coil, because I was out one day, wasn't paying attention, and dry fired the old coil and burnt it out. And it was not pleasant. Now again, the x-prive was a wee bit more expensive than the mag, but looks wise, the feel of it, I mean, the mag and the x-prive have got a good feel of quality to them. You don't feel as if they're going to fall apart that easily. But was £10 more than the mag, not including the batteries. As I said, the batteries were £10 each, so if you bought the x-prive and 2 batteries, and you look at the mag with 2 batteries, it's still going to be £10 more. But if you like a nice sort of flashy mod, it does come in gold, it comes in a variety of colours. Personally, I think if you're somebody that's going to want a bit more of a flashy mod, the x-prive's the way to go. If you've got, I can't really knock it. There's, apart from it being a fingerprint magnet, and I feel as if it's going to scratch quite easily. Now it does have the dual 18650s in the back. You know, you get a wee ribbon to pull it out, things like that. Again, if you're going to get one of these, get an external charger. I do feel that is a really nice mod to have. It has quickly became one of my favourites to use. Both in the house, out the house, because I'm not somebody that's that fussy about how a mod looks. If I like it, I like the way it works, I use it. However, I do use the mag, I do airsoft as a sport. the mag is probably going to be my go-to mod for that, because it does feel as if it's going to be a bit more robust, and when you're doing airsoft you are running around a lot, you know. Yeah, I do have a pouch on my vest, I stick that in there. You know, I feel as if a BB was to hit that, is not going to be the end of the world. You know, it's going to quite happily stand up to that. The glass, again, could be the issue, but that's always the weak point of mods, I feel. Unless you've got one with an internal mod and or an internal tank and a cover over it. But for mods like these, I always feel the glass is going to be your weak spot. We'll put that aside. Then we've got the stick mod here. How do I feel about that? This was £36, so it's nearly half the price of the x-prive, and it's £24 cheaper than the mag. And personally, alright, it does not give out the cloud vapour of like the mag or the x-prive. It's quite a bit smaller, but I feel with the mesh coil, and I really wish I could have got a mesh coil for doing this video. Unfortunately, I've waited about a month to try and get one. Unfortunately, my local vape shop has not had them in. They're struggling to get them because they're selling fast. This was my first tvf12 buy, and I'm really impressed with it. If you've got a baby beast stick, or that's the only other smoked stick I've had that I can compare it to. And yes, it's a bigger battery, it's a bigger tank, bigger coil, so on and so forth. But still, the flavour through it is immense. Even in the M4 coil, it is really nice. You really get the flavour through it. Alright, you've got a bit of a smaller cloud coming out, but if you're not fussy about your cloud size, and you want a nice mod just stick in your pocket, walk about with, work with, whatever, I would recommend it. Again, I use this quite a lot when I'm going out to the pub, something like that. I've dropped it a couple of times, there's not really any marks on it. It gives off a nice enough cloud. You're not going to be sitting there being totally antisocial to everyone, clouding everywhere out, but you are going to get the flavour out of it. Now I'm running the Just Jam biscuit through this, and this is my first bottle of it. Sorry, this is my first bottle of the Just Jam biscuit, but by no means will it be my last. It is really, really nice flavour through that. I can't complain about that. My only downside is it's a good bit more expensive, but is a bigger bottle, as you can see. As I said, that's the Steep House one, which is 50 mils of it. So you're getting 50 mils in there, you're getting 50 mils in the strawberry laces. I can't remember exactly what you get in the Just Jam, and unfortunately the label fell off one day, which was not ideal. Sorry. I will say you can get bigger bottles of the Steep House if that's what you require. If that's what you're looking for, is a bigger bottle, you can get bigger bottles of the Steep House. Again, unfortunately, that's the only size bottle my local vape shop had in when I've been going in. And like I said, that's my third bottle. Now, when it comes down to prices for the liquids, like I said, you're getting 50 mils in the Steep House, 50 mils in the Prestige, and I think I could be wrong, it was about 100 mils, maybe less than that, in the Just Jam, or the Just Jam and Biscuit. But that cost me, the Just Jam cost me about £26 for that big bottle. It is nice, but it's quite a big bottle to carry around with you if you're working outside, stick in your pocket, if I'm honest. Although the flavour is lovely, if that's what you go for, I would recommend try get a bottle or something else you can carry to put it in. I mean, Just Jam do come in different flavours. Some of their bottles are more like the Prestige. You know, quite thin, quite long, quite tall. But personally, I do really like it, but as I said, it's just that bottle's quite big, quite bulky. Now the Prestige again is 50 millilitres, and it was about £17–18 I think for that bottle. Flavour is lovely out of it, I'm not going to deny that. It is really, really quite nice. You know, it does taste like those strawberry laces you used to get as a sweet when you were a kid. Well, the better, I don't mean this nasty, but if you bought the better strawberry laces, that's what it tastes like. You know, the ones with the real strawberry taste to them. Unlike some of the cheaper ones where it's like a very bland strawberry one. Yeah, I can taste it, but it's not really there. This tastes like the really good ones. You can taste the strawberry in it. It is a lovely, lovely vape oil. But this ice cream Saturday is my favourite out of the three of them. Why? Because that only cost me about £11 for a bottle. You know, it's the 50 millilitres, that's including the Nick shot, it would have been £10 without it. I will say these all come as zero nicotine, but you can buy the nicotine shots to put in them. So that cost me £11 with the nicotine shot. All the prices I've gave you, sorry, are including the nicotine shots. I think the Just Jam had 2 of them. So take £2 off and £1 off the Prestige. But the Steep House, I have to admit, is my favourite. I do run that quite a lot. Like I said, it's my 3rd bottle. I keep going back to it. I mean, the flavour is lovely out of it. I'm not going to sit here and review all the flavours, but you can taste the ice cream in it. There's loads. It's just a really nice one. I recommend if you can go down to your local vape shop, try it out. You are going to love it. Now, I mean, just to prove my point, there's my old Steep House bottle there. I don't know if you can see, but there's a dribble on the bottom of that. So, as I was saying, for a sort of review of these, so I'm going back to my pulse just so I'm not sitting vaping on one constantly here. Now, what one would I recommend? Well, that depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a cheap sub vape with really nice flavour through it, but you're not too fussy about clouds, I don't know, maybe you want to go to the pub, be able to vape without vaping the whole room out. Maybe you're new to sub vaping, you just want a nice wee mod to try it out. I would recommend the stick, because it does, the flavour is as good as anything else. The vapour isn't the best, but you're going to get the idea of it. If you're new to sub vaping, it's going to give you a rough idea of what you're looking for. Now, if you're somebody that works outdoors, or you've got a job like that you want a decent, nice, hard mod, you know, that you can go out with, not have to worry too much about, that can take a bit of bashing about, I would go for the mag kit. You know, it's really nice, it feels really sturdy in the hand, I've already said that. The coils are lovely in them. I mean, you can run any coil you want in this. I mean, it goes up to 200 odd watts. So you could even get a dripper on there and do what you want to do. I'll tell you how high this goes in them just in a moment, it goes right up. The mag kit goes up to 225 watts. It's not a wattage I ever go up to, but if you want to put something, a different tank on there, you can. It's going to run it, no problems at all. You know, again, it's got really nice flavour, good clouds. You're not going to complain about that. You never know. I'm buying all these from a shop, so you can probably find them cheaper elsewhere. Personally, I like the shops because I can go in, I can see what I'm buying, I can have a look over it and sort of go, yeah, I like that, or no, I don't. Again, I do like this, but it's... I will say this, as much as I say my x-prive is my favourite, and I stand by that. Out of all three of these, it is for my sub-tank on top of it, that is my go-to mod just now. But if I don't have spare batteries charged for this, or I'm going out to the pub or something, or I'm going outside, or I'm going to work, I do usually go for the mag, just for the simple fact of it feels better. But overall, apart from it having a soft screen that seems to get scratched quite easily, and it being a fingerprint magnet, I would say the £70 x-prive is my favourite. Again, I wish I had the mesh coil to give you an idea of what that's like. Hopefully I've got another idea for a video coming up soon that includes the stick prints. Hopefully I'll get the mesh coil for that. I'll sort of jump about between the M4 tank and a mesh tank, but hopefully I'll have that. Again, personally, that's my favourite. If you're looking at a setup with a nice mod, nice tank, and a nice bottle of oil, my recommendations would be the Steep House Juice. Try a few flavours, find the one that works for you. It's not going to break the bank buying it. You know, if you're new to sub vaping, or you've tried it with something like the stick and you want to upgrade on that, I would recommend it. It's a nice looking mod, it is really going to catch your eye. The Steep House Juice isn't too expensive, but the flavour out of it is lovely. It's going to do what you need it to do. So there you go. I think that just about wraps us up without having it running too long, hopefully. Any one of these mods, just as a summary, any one of these mods is really good. They are worth the money, in my opinion. And I can't say this enough. Please, if you're getting into sub vaping, buy an external charger. I've lost count how many times I've been in my vape shop and folk have come in and they're charging the batteries through the mod and there's just something in them. I've heard different excuses to why they don't like it. The most common ones, the motherboards don't seem to like it. So please, if you're alright to charge your battery, if you've got something like the stick, you know, they're sort of better designed for that because you cannot get the battery out of there. Or you're not meant to get the battery out of there, should I say. So if you're going to get something like the x-prive or the mag with the dual 18650s that come out, please buy yourself an external charger. They're only about £20, £25. But I would recommend any one of these mods. Just try them out, see what one suits your needs for what you're looking for. The liquids, as much as I would say, they're all nice. Try out the flavours. If you're looking for a nice one that isn't going to break the bank, again, I would recommend the Steep House Juice. If the 50ml isn't enough for you, and I've got their permission, I'll put the link to the Steep House website in the description below. Check it out if it's there. If it's not, I'm sorry. I'm sure you can use your brains and find it. And you can get different sized bottles of their e-liquids, vape oils, call it what you want, on their website. Again, it'd probably be a wee bit cheaper than my local shop because you're buying direct from Steep House themselves. I'm not sure if just Jam's the same or Prestige. I'm not sure if they've got websites or not. I might have a look. If I find anything, I'll try and put it in the description below. Now, again, some of you are probably wondering why I keep saying my vape shop, my local vape shop, things like that, rather than actually naming it. And that's because it's only a small shop. It's not a chain shop like Vaporized or something like that. And I've already spoken to the guy that runs it, and he's asked me not to name it because he does have quite cheap prices. He's the cheapest shop in my local area anyway, and he's always busy already. As I said to him, it would have been free advertising, but as he said, he's too busy for as it is. So maybe once he expands, because I know that's something he has spoke about, he'll maybe let me tell you a bit more about him, but until that point, I'm afraid it's just going to be my local vape shop unless I've bought something from somewhere else. So anyway, I think that just about wraps things up. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications bell. I'm going to try and do some more videos soon. I've got the Pulse coming up in a review. I've got a couple of steampunk mods coming up. Again, I've got two of them, so you might get another video like this where I have the two of them together. But I am also going to try and do an individual review of each mod as well, and the vape oils, and tell you a bit more about them and how I personally feel about them. So like I said, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please share. I'll put a... and I'll try to read through any comments you leave. If there's any particular mods or oils you want me to try and review, let me know. I will happily try and do that for you if I can get them. And if I can, I'll try and let you know. I'll try and get back in touch. I'm only a small channel at the moment, so please, please, please like and subscribe. Nothing quite like begging it. And I'll see you again soon with another review. If you watch this, let me know what mod you'd like to see me do a review on first, whether it be the mag, the x-prive, or the stick prints, or if it's something else. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.